Morning. Guess what? I'm running late again. My turn for a lie-in this morning. So there I am, lazing away. And all of a sudden, the bins need going out. Wow! Because the bin van's there. So go out, put the bins out. And the sky is just on fire. So we have just come out to go for a walk. Look at that sky. So, to be honest with you, I reckon I'll have missed the nice light because the car's all frozen up. But let's see what we can get anyway. I'm going to go down to the local dog walking field. I've walked around there before and not been able to find much. Frost's down though, so hopefully I'll be able to find something. We'll see though, won't we? We'll see. If we're lucky, we might get a little bit of fog too. Not sure though. Be good though, that, wouldn't it? Let's see, eh?
So this first image, the light's nice, but when you actually get a bit closer to the image, it's a little bit blurred, which doesn't really help it much. And there's not really any interest in it, other than the light. So I don't think it works. So let's move on. I like this idea, but it didn't quite work because of that big cloud bank. If it was a little cloud bank with a bit more blue sky, I think it'd have been better, but that cloud bank was a bit too much. So I decided to move on and try it again with a different perspective. caught this image out the corner of my eye. What I like about it is all this white snow. It's fallen on these fallen logs. There isn't much snow knocking about anywhere else, but it's just frozen there on those trees. I quite like as well all the orange in the image. So you've got all this autumn leaves as well, and the contrast between the leaves, the snow, and the dark shadows of the forest, I just quite like. So these are the two images I just shot. The first one, this is pretty much straight out of camera. I've brightened it up a very little bit, but it looks a bit muted and not really very interesting, to be perfectly honest with you. The second one though, I actually spent a bit more time on it and boosted the reds a little bit, brought the shadows down a touch. I like to tweak the colour balance on these a lot of the time. So what I'll do is I'll go to the HSL sliders and I'll take all the colours down to 0, and then I'll bring all the colours back up one at a time just to see what colours are actually in the image, and then play around with it until I actually get an image that I quite like. What I tend to do is I take it just too much, just to that point where I think it's a bit too gaudy, and then I'll knock it down so it's a little bit more subtle.
So here's that morning light that I was after. Hey, beautiful. It's alright, mate, I'm used to him. Ooh, there we go. I bet you were looking at the sky the whole time, weren't you? So my one tip, get your camera off your tripod, walk around with it in your hand, ride the ISO, put it to 400, I know, scary, even 800, and see what you can get. You're far more likely to get the shot if you're moving around and having a look than if you are stuck on a tripod in one spot. Thanks very much for watching, take it easy, bye.